We've made it to the final championship game of the day here at the DE Turf Complex in Delaware. It's the Class of 2026 championship game here at the American Select Lacrosse Championships. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Weiner back with you here on LSN as it's Georgia versus Maryland for the title here in the Class of 2026. Players that are soon to be freshmen in high school. As we are about set for opening draw, 25 minutes on the clock, and we are set to go for the final of 4 championship games today.
So exciting. Every single game has been so good, so competitive, and I can't wait for the finale.
And it is Georgia in the red uniforms that gets the opening draw, and they'll take the first possession, give the draw control to Bryn Burkholtz. Foul inside, and it'll stay here with Georgia.
Good aggressive move by Burkholtz to start the game, trying to split the 2 defenders, and draws the foul.
See Reagan O'Donovan getting the starting goal for Maryland. Strong take shot high over O'Donovan's stick. Rebound for Georgia, and a whistle.
There's a nice aggressive play also by the goalie. Make sure that they don't fall behind on the first possession of the game. That's a great way to start confidence builder.
For sure. At the other end, Madeline Allison getting the starting goal for Georgia. Georgia beating Massachusetts 10-8 in the semifinals earlier this morning to get to this championship game. Maryland beating Long Island 7-5 in the other semi. Feed inside, pass a little high, and a physical play that'll give this to Maryland.
You know, I think what you'll find in this championship game is that as the girls are learning the game, you know, it's just a matter of threading the needles, you know, figuring out, you know, the little nuances that the older players already know. You know, you're seeing their thought process starting to develop, and so by the time they are into their junior or senior year, you know, it's become second nature.
It's the youngest age group here at the American Select Lacrosse Championships. And a frozen rope of a shot to score. Caden Reese with a laser to get Maryland on the board.
Wow, what a play by Caden Reese. I mean, you want to talk about coming from a good, strong lacrosse family there when your mom's the head coach at University of Maryland. You know, you kind of have a good vibe about you, but what a great shot by Kate.
Yeah, this is special.
Laser. Yeah, I think she got that from her dad, Brian, though. I'm not going to lie.
Brian, of course, a terrific player and coach as well. Spent a number of years in Major League Lacrosse as a head coach for the Bayhawks. Also, former Denver Outlaws head coach. Another chance here for Maryland off the draw. And that'll be a foul. Stays with Maryland here. Maria Bragg causing the contact.
Yeah, this Maryland group is big and strong. Again, you know, Maryland always puts a good product on the field, obviously, and the one thing that Georgia can't do is give them a lead. 4 or 5 goals, and it's, you know, it's very difficult to try to play catch up with the Maryland group.
Good speed.
They're so
there.
fundamentally sound.
Yeah. It's Bragg who tracks down the loose ball, keeps it with Maryland. This is Reese again. Coming across the top of the box, another laser, but we got a shooting space call before the shot. So they'll wipe the goal off, but we'll get a free position for Caden Reese. Think she likes that lefty kind of low to high rip?
I think that she does. I'm sure she sees it at her mom's practices every day of her life.
Here she goes, 2-goal this time, a save. Right in the chest of Allison, she keeps it out.
Yeah, she got a little jammed up on that one. You can see that, you know, as Reese goes down Broadway to try to score that. She does have the little hands, but then she doesn't get that power shot off.
For Georgia, coming out with that was Kayla Tiav. And she'll start the break here for Georgia. By the way, these Georgia pennies, the red and black, kind of Georgia Bulldog-esque. How cool would it be to see Georgia, University of Georgia, have a women's lacrosse program?
You know, I believe that those are all coming down the pipe. There's no doubt about it that the expansion is being noticed by all the colleges in the country.
You know, programs like Clemson and Florida would love to see the University of Georgia come into the fold.
I'd like to see Florida State put a team out there.
Yep.
How about Alabama? Like those, get the big kids involved. Let's go.
Get some SEC lacrosse action. That would be a lot of fun.
Tennessee. That whole group.
Nice play there by Maryland. Loose ball and a push on the loose ball. Give it to Maryland in the white uniforms. Don't let the bottom scoreline confuse you. Maryland, this is the Maryland red team, but they are wearing white uniforms for this game, and Georgia is in the red pennies.
I think they do that on purpose just to mess with us, Travis.
Always.
They know it's the fourth game of the day. They figure, let's have some fun with the announcers.
Just gonna, you know, throw some curveballs our way. We're ready, Tracy.
We are so ready, my man.
Pass floated in. A great save by Allison.
So again, those high shots, you know, Gallagher gets off a great shot, but high to high, and the goalie's able to just snag it.
Tell you what, I knew you were going to say the high to high. You're a big advocate of the low shots.
I am.
Let's see if Georgia can clear here.
I'm curious to see if Georgia can compete with Maryland's aggressiveness. You know, Georgia's not quite a hotbed of lacrosse yet, but they're getting so much better. You know, everybody is, and you have Eagle Sticks and, you know, Atlanta Storm, you know, so they do play all the time as a club, but for them to beat the M&Ds of the world and that Maryland group of the world would be unbelievable.
Great take there by Hannah Daly, and the Woodstock, Georgia native gets one back. We're all tied at 1.
Nice play by Daly right there. I mean, she does a nice job of, again, just doing what she needs to do. That's Dragon that scored the goal. Let's see here. So she comes back in, a lefty shot, just goes low, opposite stick side. Again, there's the bounce shot. So, you know, she's proving my theory, Trev.
Yeah, that was a great take by Daly. First of the day.
Oh, Hannah Daly, right.
Yeah.
So we look at the coaches from Georgia who are I'm not going to say they're former Yellow Jacket players, but they are. So I know the girls well. So I have a little affinity for the Georgia coaches.
And we've got a whistle on this draw, and it will go to Maryland. Taking that was Kenzie Rasas.
Oh, we saw her sister earlier today.
We did, yeah. She had a terrific start to the game for Maryland against Connecticut in that class of 2024 game.
Good for their parents. This is a long couple of days for mom and dad Rasas running from field to field.
Yeah, you just hope that they don't have games too often at the exact same time. You kind of alternate back and forth.
Correct.
Another nice save there from Allison. Read that one the whole way. These types of shots, though, Tracy, they just build goalies' confidence, right?
Oh, they sure do. And again, that's why, you know, you have to get the goalie moving. You have to get her stick position moving. But every goalie warms up to all the high to high. You know, and the people shoot as hard as they can at them, but they play pitch and catch. And that's why I'm an advocate for the lower shots, you know, not what the goalies are used to.
Good pressure here by Maryland in the ride. Allison is looking for an outlet. Nobody's open yet. Now she finds somebody. Maryland's kind of just packed that back in, and now Georgia able to break the defense. And they pick up possession.
Good game so far. I think the goalie play has been outstanding.
Yeah, really strong start for both goalies. Let's see what Georgia has in store here in this offensive possession. Lauren Miller with it. Quick pass inside. Nice handle to keep it away. Ball's loose again, and it'll stay with Georgia.
Well, nice defensive play by Maryland, though. Really jamming up that free space and causing almost a turnover.
Miller puts it back into play. Taglienti runs into traffic. Nice save again, this time from O'Donovan. Goalie stealing the show here early as Maryland looks to go end-to-end. Opportunity on the doorstep, this one gets by. Now, right on cue, as we're talking about the goalies, it's Maddie Faith. Put some faith in the offense, 2-1 Maryland.
You know, sometimes the fast break is the best way to go. You know, you just, before the defense is settled, before everybody has an opportunity to match up, you know, when your team gets down there real quick, and right here, while everything's unsettled, you know, Faith has an opportunity. Great pass, great look, turn around, and just shoots before the defense can collapse on her.
So Maryland back out in front, past the midway point of this first half. 25-minute running time halves here at the American Select Lacrosse Championships. This is the fourth game of the day. We started with the class of 2023, Connecticut winning that. Connecticut also winning in the class of 2024. The game you just saw, DC, Virginia taking down New York 10-9 in the class of 2025. Nice take here, shot. Looked like it was maybe like a twister shot that just went high.
Yep, just put it right outside the pipe.
It was Kylie Waters. Ball on the near side here. It's Waters again. Had a step on her defender, but she was tripped, and so an 8-meter coming up.
That's one way to stop a fast break. Go to go.
Yeah, make sure you don't get beat. You just trip them.
Correct. Once they beat you.
Waters flips back. Ball behind the cage. Waters looking for a cutter. Nobody home. We go back toward the top. Casey Dwyer floats it inside. Dangerous pass, and Maryland takes it away.
Exactly. That inside pass while the defense is collapsing.
Ella Dyer going end-to-end. See if Maryland goes in transition again. Another opportunity. This shot sent wide. Good look from Isabel Inslee.
And they're going to give that to Georgia on that. You know, Maryland looks a little confused, but it's the closest person to the ball when the ball goes over the end line. And that sprint didn't happen until the ball was already over the end line, so therefore, you know, Georgia's going to get possession of that.
But Maryland just hounding in the ride.
Always. And again, you know, it's going to be about how Georgia breaks the pressure.
Go back to Allison, the goalie. Tiev handles the pressure nicely and moves it ahead. But a nice play there in the open field by Maryland. Opportunity, 3-on-1, back the other way. Fake and a save by Allison. She went low for the stop that time.
She sure did, and that was just you know, just staying on ball, staying on ball, staying on ball. And Gallagher, again, makes a nice play, but needs to pick a corner. But again, a goalie can't make a great save without a great shot.
Avery Grace-Jones brings it across the restraining line. Georgia, another offensive set. Swimming through the defense, but a save at the other end. O'Donovan up to the challenge.
Yeah, end to end, I love it.
That was point blank right there at the doorstep, and O'Donovan just matched sticks. Gabby Munsell puts it back in play for Maryland. Taking us to the final game of the day here, Tracy, but we got a good old-fashioned goalie battle breaking out.
It's so fun because that makes it end to end, and that's just fun to watch. I like how the teams just are going at each other, and the goalies are up to the challenge.
It looks like may have gotten a yellow card issued.
Yes.
And so woman
I'm not
up.
sure what for.
Yeah, woman up for Maryland. There's something in the midfield there. So great situation here for Maryland, and they cash in. How about that move from Ayanna Rippon? Rippon shredding the net with that one. And it brings us to a timeout here on the field. Maryland with its first 2-goal lead of the day. They've got a 3-1 advantage with 9 minutes to go in this first half. Rippon shredding the net on this shot. It's a 2-goal lead. Back here in Delaware, it's the class of 2026 championship game here from the American Select Lacrosse Championships. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Wiener back with you. And Tracy, Maryland's got a 2-goal lead here, but it's been end-to-end action. The goalies have both been terrific here in this class of 2026 championship game so far.
Well, I think it's fun to watch the young ones run up and down the field. They're the only ones that would still have energy this time of the day after a 3-day, 90-degree tournament. So good for the 14-year-olds, getting it done. But they're just so fun to watch. They just play with like that enthusiasm and that I'm just having like the time of my life out here mentality.
All these players soon to be high school freshmen coming up this fall. They're back in the draw circle after Maryland scored that last goal. Rosses went up and helps get the draw here for Maryland. That was scooped up by Courtney Francis. Another possession for Maryland in white. Trying to squeeze that one in. It ends up in the stick of Allison. Here's that pressure for Maryland again. Tiav needs somewhere to go with it. She finds an outlet. Now pushed ahead. Paglienti able to find her way through the traffic, and we've got another yellow card. This time it's on Maryland, so player up situation for Georgia coming up for the first time today. Georgia gets it into the restraining box. They're player up. Maryland still pressuring out a bit. Bryn Burkholtz with it. She flips for Kylie Waters. Hannah Daly with the lone goal for Georgia so far in this first half as we near 7 minutes to go. Burkholtz turned back. Ebersol. Good look inside, shot wide. Pretty good look there for Taglienti.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of looks. Just
Waters. Trying to beat her defender. Nicely done one-on-one. There's a good look. Shot just high. Bryn Burkholtz with the chance. Long settled possession here for Georgia. Oh. They will send off Elizabeth Schumer.
Georgia really, hanging in there. I mean, they need to put the ball in the back of the cage, though.
Yeah, they need to cash in on one of these.
Exactly, just give themselves a little more confidence getting back into this, that, that they're not going to let Maryland get a 4-5 lead.
So you got a free position here, player up situation. Georgia goes right to goal, and Maryland ends up with it.
Yeah, that was all in traffic, so Maryland's defense stands tall and they come away with the takeaway.
Looked like that might have been another save from Allison. Standing tall on the other end. Maryland tried to get one even down a player. Now they'll see if they can kill off the rest of this penalty as Georgia tries to get it away. Nice anticipation there, but they can't come up with it. Ground ball scooped up by Faith. Kept alive here on the near side for Ellie Roberts.
And look at all the possession. The ball's very rarely on the ground for for not even one day of high school sports. The fundamentals on these girls are
great feed and a score. Roberts sets it up. And the goal put in by Annabelle Williams, her first. It's 4-1.
Annabelle Williams, her first goal of the game, making her presence known. Just, again, being aggressive, going to goal, fighting through. You'll see here on the, fighting through the defenders. And as soon as her hands are free, she lets it go. And the second defender, there was no slide on that. And that's the things that, as they get older, they're going to learn how to do. The defense will need to understand that when a girl gets beat, there needs to be a slide. But for right now, take advantage of that.
So Maryland with its largest lead after the game was tied up at 1. They've scored 3 in a row. Georgia wins the ensuing draw. Scooped up here on the near side by Lauren Ebersol. Anna Kay Taglienti has it taken away as it ends up there in the stick of Reagan O'Donovan. Now she's pressured back behind the cage and releases it. Ball loose back in Maryland's territory, but they've got help as Toby Bergstrom scoops it up. Ella Dyer looks to clear.
Yeah, Maryland really just controlling this game, though. As the game wears on, you just see them more and more confident, more and more ball possession.
On the run, that was Reese again. She already scored one like that. Actually scored twice. One was wiped off because of a penalty.
Well, they're face guarding her as it is, and you see there's a lock on that. She should probably text mom at halftime and ask her how to get out of a lock.
How about that shot? Another laser, this time from Caroline Ewing.
You know, to have that kind of power on a shot, and again, that's just hours and hours in your backyard. That's hours and hours perfecting, you know, your technique. I mean, she just really steps into it. You see how, again, you know, just the transfer of weight, the strength, boom, right behind that, and then the placement. So impressive, so impressive.
Her first goal. 5 different goal scorers now for Maryland. They lead 5-1, minute 50 to go in this first half.
At 5-1, and for these last 2 minutes, it'd be tough for Georgia to give up another goal or two.
And they'll get a possession off the draw. There we go. Let's see what Georgia's got. They've had some good looks. They just haven't been able to get it by O'Donovan.
Correct. O'Donovan's been a wall.
Elizabeth White had it there for a second. Ball now comes back out toward the top. Driving in, Burkholz, another stop by O'Donovan. Long outlet pass ahead, ball's loose, scooped up by Maryland. A push here on the near side as Jordan Ott went flying.
Boy, that turf's got to be about, what, 450 degrees by now?
Yeah, it's up there in the upper 80s, low 90s on the turf in Delaware. And then, yeah, that turf just radiates heat.
Totally.
Got a shooting space call, a free position upcoming.
Let's see the rocket that comes off of this stick on this one. Here we go. She's already winding up.
Yeah. Caroline Ewing, she'll drive in instead, takes it in and finds the bottom of the corner. Back-to-back goals for Caroline Ewing. She's got 2 and Maryland's up by 5.
Yeah, I think she wanted to go for the Charlotte North power shot and then realized that there was really no defense anywhere near her and that she really had a nice lane to get to the goal. So that was a smart play, obviously. I mean, it's always fun to do the power shot, but when you see that nobody's in with 3 or 4 yards of you, this is the higher percentage play.
Yeah, that was the smart play.
Agreed.
And that can be the difference a lot of times between players being good and players being great. Some of those heads-up reads of realizing where the defense is and what's going to be a higher percentage shot.
What's the lacrosse IQ plays?
Maria Bragg in there against Elizabeth White, and it's Maryland who wins the draw. Unsettled here. Opportunity and another goal. This time it's Gabby Munsell getting into the scoring acts.
And Munsell, no hesitation on that, you know, and with time winding down, when you're up by 6, so that's a different scenario than we've talked about in all the other games, Travis. They're up by 6. They're in full control. They were up by 5 at the moment of the shot. So you don't have to pull it out. You don't have to wait for the last shot. You can take a little bit of a risk like this while you're on a fast break and try to bury it, knowing that your team is already up by 5 with only 30 seconds left in the half.
Oh, Maryland turning a draw win into a goal. Interesting backspin there. Kind of overshot the Maryland player, and now it'll be Georgia ball off the push.
See if Georgia can sneak one in the last 20 seconds here.
Quickly pushing it ahead. Ball is loose, so Donovan way out of the crease, and she'll let that one go over the end line out of bounds. And 7 seconds left. That should pretty much do it for this first half.
Smart play by the goalie, though.
Yeah. Another lacrosse IQ type play.
Correct, exactly.
Obviously not a shot. That's just a pass going out of bounds. It's a turnover, and that is how our first half will end. So it was a 1-1 tie, but then Maryland got hot. They score 6 in a row, and they lead 7-1 here at the break in the Class of 2026 championship game here from the American Select Lacrosse Championships on LSN. It's a hot one here in Delaware at the American Select Lacrosse Championships. Final game of the day. We're at halftime of the Class of 2026 title game. Maryland leading against Georgia, and what a performance from Maryland so far. The sharpshooting has been on display. It was tied at 1, and then 6 unanswered goals by this Maryland roster that's shown a lot of talent. Great take there as Maryland, Caroline Ewing would get back-to-back goals there toward the end, and then Gabby Munsell would cap it off with one more. There's one of Ewing's two. Absolute laser, and she would score on the free position. 2 of the 6 unanswered goals for this Maryland team as they lead 7-1 at the half. We'll have second half action here in a minute from the final game of the day here at the American Select Lacrosse Championships on LSN. Back here in Frederica, Delaware, the DE Turf Complex. About to start the final half of the final championship game of the day here from the American Select Lacrosse Championships. This Class of 2026 title game has been all Maryland so far.
Ready to play?
Caroline Ewing helping lead the way with a pair of goals. Otherwise, 5 other goal scorers for this Maryland roster, as they've scored 6 straight and they lead 7-1 as we start this second half. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Weiner back with you here on Lax Sports Network. It's been a terrific day of lacrosse. Connecticut winning the title in both the Class of 2023 and 2024. And then DC, Virginia hoisting the crown in the Class of 2025. Maryland looking to win their first title here in the Class of 2026 as they get the opening draw. End-to-end action shot sent just wide by Kenzie Rosas. Quickly on the restart. Maddie Faith sends it behind.
Keep just stretching out this lead, Trav. It's going to be insurmountable.
Here's Francis going one-on-one, draws the attention, backhand shot to score. Here's one for the highlight reels for Rosas.
Rosas trying to outdo her sister.
Tell you what, I don't think her sister had a backhand goal in her mixture of goals today.
Exactly. That's why she was, said, all right, well, I'm going to have something to talk about at dinner tonight, too. That was just a great BTB. It went low to high besides. It's not an easy shot.
That's that Dana Dobie type shot we saw her score unbelievably during the World Championships, that opening game against Team USA.
Well, Dana is a Maryland graduate.
It's true. Now, Kathy Reese has done a good job bringing in some international players in that program as well.
Without a doubt. But she might have been Kathy Nelson when that happened. Dana's been out of school for a while.
That's true.
Maryland just looks impressive for their age. And again, Travis, to me, it always goes back to the fundamentals. They're so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, I mean, that's what really just screams out when you see how they've played in this game. I mean, there's just sharp passes, understand what the defense is trying to do and how they need to dissect it. It's been impressive to watch.
I agree.
Got another free position coming up here for Maryland. Grace Holthaus lining it up. She goes to goal, and she scores. Her first of the day as well.
Everybody getting into the action now. Maryland's feeling it. They're distributing the ball. You know, and for Georgia, one goal at a time. Start to chip away. You know, try to win one possession at a time.
This is a strong take.
Sure, absolutely.
Protects the stick, able to get the shot off.
Yeah, and you know, the Georgia defense, I think, you know, in these regions where lacrosse is still developing and coming around, they're so close, but it is on the defensive end that makes the difference. You know, it depends on how aggressive they are. All the Maryland girls do all summer long is play against the top talent and the top level kids. They're used to getting banged around. They're used to the pressure.
Hannah Daly wins a draw for Georgia. So an opportunity for this Georgia team to get one back. Now 8 different goal scorers for Maryland. Just the one multi-goal scorer in Caroline Ewing. Otherwise, it's been well spread out. Opportunity here, but another save. And a new goalie in cage now for Maryland. Taking over is Cooper Small.
And you saw that shot there, Travis. Although it was a good take, you know, by the time she got the shot off, the defense had already stepped up on her and made contact.
Oh, great anticipation. No numbers for Georgia, though, as Maryland gets back defensively.
That's smart to just pull it out.
Yeah, but better to do that than try to go 1-on-3.
Right, you need goals here, right now.
Sophia Hortman has it on the wing. Looking inside is Avery Grace Jones. She draws the whistle.
With the spin move, the other defender came in to slide to help and got obstruction of shooting space.
8-meter coming up for Jones. She drives in, gets the shot off, another save, but the rebound is put home. Hannah Daly's got both goals for Georgia. She gets one back.
Heads up play by Daly, you know, following the shot, getting the rebound and burying it. And again, just one goal at a time. That's all it takes.
She was right there on the backside and put herself in the right place at the right time.
Right, she fronts the defender. You see, she fronts her defender, and so when the goalie makes a save and the ball comes out, she's there untouched.
Isn't that the best feeling ever? Where the ball just comes to you, there's nobody in front of you, and all you got to do is just throw it in.
And you know you got it, too. You know, and the goalie's like flailing, trying to get back into space, but you know you're about to celebrate.
So Georgia gets one back here early in the second half. Great speed there by Maryland's Maria Bragg to win the race to pick up that draw. Now they'll take their time setting things up offensively. Got Ewing in there, as is Munsell.
Well, they work the ball up high, so they're trying to pull the defense out of their comfort zone.
Here's Ashlyn Gallagher. On the run, it's Ewing again. This time it stops. In cage now for Georgia is Catherine Weeks, and she's got her first stop.
Yeah, that was a nice save by Weeks. She's just stayed on it. Saw the ball coming the whole time.
Now Madeline Allison had a nice first half for Georgia. Now Weeks steps in and makes a stop. Both goalies making some nice saves so far today as Georgia brings it across midfield and into the attacking third. Able to save that one on the sideline. Flip for Waters. Gets in front. Waters buries it. Dipped underneath and gets into the front of the net. Just no chance for the goalie there.
Well, those one-on-ones, you're not supposed to make those saves. If you're a true attacker, you live for the one-on-one.
Great use of the fake low to bury it up high in the corner.
Well, that's what you have to get the goalie moving. I mean, that's always, like I've been saying it for the last, 4 games.
So Georgia has gotten a couple of back-to-back goals for Georgia to cut it to 9-3. Elizabeth White back there in the draw circle against Bragg.
Okay.
And there is Waters, who had a chance at it. Ball's still loose. Now scooped up by Bragg and Maryland. Caroline Ewing brings it into the offensive end.
And Maryland can afford to be a little more patient right now, as you were saying before, Travis. I mean, they just want to keep on chipping away at their lead, just extending it, and taking time off the clock.
This is Ewing. Trying to get that weave going. A step and a shot just wide. Pretty good look there from Munsell. He's looking for her second goal today.
I mean, I'm just impressed with how super aggressive they are going to goal.
Strong takes.
Absolutely.
Ashlyn Gallagher, another strong take. This one up over, but rebound there. Reese feeds back out in front. Smart play. Settle it down. Don't force it.
Agreed.
Got a whistle off the ball against Georgia, and it'll set up a free position look here for Reese.
Let's see if she tries one of those power shots.
Caden Reese winds, fires, and scores. Snipes the corner. Her second of the day.
Boy, she sure really got all of it into it, picked the right spot, didn't miss. And the thing is that you can shoot the ball when everybody knows where you're going and what you're doing, and you still bury it. So watch Caden right here. Look, she's already winding up her stick, and just, the goalie got a small piece of it, but it had too much pace on it, not enough to stop it from going in.
So Reese puts Maryland back up by 7. And both her goals have been lasers of shots. She's got a lot of pace on those things.
She sure does. I'm sure that at dinner tonight, Brian will take credit for all of her power shots.
Just how he taught her.
Not her mom, me.
Maryland, another draw win as we are approaching the midway point of this second half. Such a strong performance from Maryland here in the class of 2026 championship. Great feed and another finish. This time it's Emma Moan on the doorstep, her first.
That was nice, and again, getting her defenders behind her, and it's a catch and shot and just letting it fly. I mean, this Maryland team is feeling it, obviously. And right there, it picks the upper corner. That almost hit the actual triangle up there.
Yeah.
No way you're saving that.
Great placement. Another new goal scorer for Maryland. You got Caden Reese and Caroline Ewing each with 2, and otherwise a bunch of other players with 1.
when you can spread it out like that, it's so hard for a defense to try to make any adjustment. You can't lock anybody off because it's not one person that's getting the best of you.
Yeah, 9 different goal scorers now for Maryland. Georgia gets a possession off the draw. Burkholz flips it out wide. Waters has a goal. Draws a double team. Now she moves it along. Good look inside, just up over the bar.
And I feel like Georgia makes the same plays as Maryland, but they just, they're just missing.
Yeah, that was a good look for Sophia Hortman.
Correct. I mean, Portman really did everything right but buried the shot,
Yeah. Anna Daly already with 2, shoots this one wide. Kept in on the end line by Georgia, and they keep possession. Another look inside. Portman draws the whistle. She'll line up a free position.
Let's see if she runs it in or if she tries her own power shot.
Looks like she's driving from this setup. She is. Another whistle. We'll line it up again. Portman quick off the line, and she buries it. The bouncer goes for her first. Out of Marietta, Georgia, Sophia Hortman able to line up a free position and cash in for the 4th goal of the day for Georgia. But it's all Maryland here in the class of 2026 championship. Down the stretch we go from Delaware. Back here in Delaware, Maryland trying to close out the day with a championship here in the class of 2026 title game of the American Select Lacrosse Championships. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Weiner back with you. Sophia Hortman getting one back for Georgia just before this timeout. But it has been an impressive array of offensive weapons that Maryland has put on display. Now 9 different goal scorers leading the way for this Maryland roster.
Yeah, they have been, again, unbelievably impressive, poised. They haven't made too many mistakes, whether it's mental or physical. And, again, to have that kind of field sense, without even being in the high school yet, I can't wait to see what they look like in 3 years.
Yeah, this is the youngest age group here at the American Select Lacrosse Championships, class of 2026, soon to be high school freshmen. They haven't even stepped on campus in their respective high schools, and we've got some impressive talent already.
Fun to watch for sure. The future of women's lacrosse is in good hands.
Yes, it is. What we've seen all day long. I mean, we saw some of the next stars of the college game on display today here on LSN. We saw some terrific play as Georgia wins the draw, and they'll get a possession with about 10 minutes to play. Nice handle there by Waters to get out of traffic. She flips it back to Fallon Kaufman, who draws a whistle.
And again, for a team like Georgia, the first time in the championships, how exciting for them. They know they can come back in a few more years and keep going at it.
Yeah, I mean, what an impressive run they've gone on. They beat Pennsylvania in the quarterfinals and then took down Massachusetts in the semis to get to this championship game.
I mean, and that is, again, for a group of young ladies that, you're not in it's going to be a charge. And then we talked about the backing in.
Yep.
Georgia's one of those up-and-coming hotbeds of women's lacrosse. The whole East Coast, up and down. Now you get into the southern parts. I was excited to see Georgia actually get into the championships.
Yeah, we saw Florida get into a championship game last year at this event in the class of 2024. Similar thing, you got some up-and-coming hotbeds. I mean, it's only a matter of time before you see probably a team from Texas get into a championship game at this event.
Colorado also, you know,
yes.
they really impressed me at this event as well.
Feed inside, great catch and a score. Burying that one was Hortman, her second.
You know, building confidence one step at a time, and that's what we keep talking about for Hortman to just get in there and make that play. They're just, when you watch the tape over and over again, like Hortman makes this catch, not an easy catch, and again just buries that shot. You know, she has to watch that at some point and think, wow, that was really cool. You know, like. And they just keep working at it and working at it and working at it. You know, not every pass is going to be perfect. Not every shot is going to be perfect. Not every angle. But if you can find a way to still bury those shots, you know, that's what's going to take you from good to great to, you know, top tier recruit.
So back to an 11-5 game. We got a whistle on the draw, and this will go to Maryland. Maria Bragg has been strong in the draw circle all day long for Maryland.
And, you know, now if you're Maryland, let's see what they do. Are they going to pull it out? Are they going to just pass it around for a little bit, run some clock, or are they going to continue to be aggressive?
Caden Reese flips it inside. Shot blocked. Saved by Weeks. Rebound to Georgia. Another nice save by Catherine Weeks, who stepped in here nicely in the second half. She outlets it. Full head of steam for Taglienti. Trying to split a couple of defenders. She does. Nicely done.
Yeah, they thought they had her pinned on the sideline for a hot minute.
Spun out of trouble like a running back.
She sure did.
Push there from behind. And that'll line up a free position opportunity for Kylie Waters, who already has a goal today. Waters drives in and finds the back of the net. Number 2 for Waters.
Now, yeah, the last 5 minutes, boy, we've seen a different Georgia team. Really playing a lot more confident, going to goal a lot more aggressively.
Yeah, showing us how they made this run to the championship game.
Correct. And again, look at the stick protection on that. You know, that is, you know, you have some kids that are going into college that struggle with that. Just
So you got 2 from Daly, 2 from Hortman, 2 from Waters. This Georgia team. Back to a 5-goal game as we're just over 5 minutes to play. That did not go up high enough. A redraw. White and Bragg back there in the draw circle. And it'll be to Georgia. So a draw win for White. See if Georgia can get another one back quickly. Streaking all the way through, a check right there at the last minute. But Georgia keeps possession.
They're playing with a little more sense of urgency, and it's messing up the defense a little bit. That's going to be a card.
Yeah. So a free position lining up for Hannah Daly. Player up from Georgia. See if she goes right in here. Daly drives, low shot is wide. Back up, goes to Georgia.
You know, you want to get off a good shot here, but you also need to get it off in a timely fashion.
See if they got some quick offense. Goalie comes out of the crease. Daly, and go back to the left, somehow corralled that and got the shot off, but the low save by Cooper Small. That'll be a whistle.
Yep. Little extra push there at the end.
Cooper Small standing tall.
Oh, Trav, how long did you wait to say that?
Been saving that one for you, Tracy.
I love it.
John does the best directing.
Small trying to get rid of it. Dangerous pass, scooped up by Georgia. Oh, what a save by Small.
That was great.
Here comes Maryland. Transition opportunity. Pass just a little off. It was like Cooper Small wanted to turn that ball over so that she could just get back just in time to make the highlight reel save.
Agreed. I was thinking the exact same thing. You know, and I also think that the shot, again, you know, you want to make a perfect shot when there's no goalie in the cage, but you have to put a little pace on it because you know she's running 100 miles an hour. That was just a great play. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, that was terrific.
Her teammates will be making fun of her about that in a little while.
Like was it Kaylee Waters who made that save during the World Championships where she dove back into the crease? That was very reminiscent of that one.
It was, but Kaylee Waters' save was unreal. Unreal.
One of the best we've seen.
Correct. Male or female.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. So we're nearing 90 seconds to play in this championship. Georgia looking to get one more. Nice play from the ground there by Bryn Burkholz. Kept fighting for it even though she was sitting down, and she gets a free position. But she was going to try to score from there. Burkholz cashes in. First of the day for Bryn. Makes it 11-7.
Credit Georgia for never giving up in this whole game. I mean, there were times that they could have, you know, and just building and building for the future. That's what I love about this sport. Is that in all these women, there's just zero quit.
And that's what college coaches want to see. You're in the championship game, and you've end of a bunch of a long week of lacrosse, and you're still hustling and making plays, trying to battle back. That's the type of stuff that coaches want to see from players.
Always. I mean, and you know, I think the semifinals showed you that with the Northwestern UNC game, that you're never out of it.
Yeah, I mean, how crazy was that comeback?
That was unbelievable. It was one of the best games I've ever watched in my life.
Maryland wins this draw, and they can run timeout if they'd like. It's near a minute to play. But plays like this and end of game situations, even when you're down by a bunch, but still showing effort, it just shows character.
100%. You know, and it just shows a love and respect for the game as well, that you're going to keep fighting till the end.
Yep.
You know, the best part about sports, Trav, is redemption, athletic redemption. And if Georgia makes it to this championship game again next year, you know, maybe you see a different outcome.
Yeah, they still got plenty of years to compete at this event. This is the first time that this age group is able to compete, or this group of players, class of 2026, youngest age group at this tournament.
And that being said, we do have to say that, I mean, Maryland just looks much older than the class of 2026.
Very poised, this team. Nice catch. Shot just wide. It's a good look for Ellie Roberts as time runs out. Maryland, your champions here in the class of 2026. 9 different goal scorers helping lead the way. 11-7, your final there, your champs here at the American Select Lacrosse Championship. And we've seen it all day, Tracy. So cool to see the excitement for all these players. Long week of lacrosse, long couple of days, but they get to celebrate a championship, and it makes it a much sweeter drive home.
Absolutely, and again, for them having their first, taste at it, and knowing that, they just put together an impressive tournament, for being the class of 2026. And I just think that, I think everybody had a great time. Obviously, winning the championship caps it off, but I think everybody that participated just had a blast.
Yeah, what a terrific event this has been. Final championship game of the day, and it's Maryland winning here in the class of 2026. We will be back to wrap things up as your final score here in the class of 2026 title game, Maryland 11, Georgia 7. We'll wrap things up from the American Select Lacrosse Championships when we come back on LSN. We're back here from Frederica, Delaware. Maryland, your champs here in the class of 2026. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Weiner back with you. Picture time for this Maryland team. What a game they put on here. 11-7 winners, and they cap off a fun day of lacrosse here, Tracy.
Oh, they sure do. And look at the faces. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's excited. Everybody's happy. That's what it's about. And now, they get their little championship T-shirts, and they get their ball, and I mean, you are the best in your age group in the United States. I mean, that's just an unbelievable honor.
Really cool. A lot of these players will play on some of the same high school teams or club teams, but cool to see them all come together because there are different pieces from different club teams and different high schools playing together in this regional type tournament. And just makes it so different from some of the other tournaments they play throughout the summer. So it's just such a special opportunity for these players.
It is, and it's the culmination of a whole summer of working. It's a culmination of all your practices, all your tournaments, all your play days. You try out for the select team, and then you go into some really difficult competition for 3 straight days, and you come out on top.
Maryland taking care of business here today in the class of 2026. They're the winners, the lone Maryland regional team to win. In the class of 2025, it was DC, Virginia, taking down New York. Downstate, Connecticut, the winners in overtime in the class of 2024, and Connecticut, the winners in the class of 2023. Rounding out our 4 championship teams here from the American Select Lacrosse Championships. Well, Tracy, this was a terrific event once again. Thank you for being part of it once again. We had an absolute blast here this afternoon. Just a ton of fun and just some terrific lacrosse we saw on display. The future of the women's game on display here.
Yeah, and I just want to thank my team of workers, Charlie and Jess Schulberg, Mikey Walsh, Kristen Porcella, Kelly Griffin, Lindsay, who does all the work for us. Obviously, my partner in crime, Carol Rose. It's just been an amazing event to be a part of. We're so proud of it. And we thank you guys so much for showing the rest of the world, what women's lacrosse looks like in 2022.
Yeah, it was a terrific tournament again. And all smiles for all the champions once again here this year. But that will do it for us. We thank you for spending some time with us on this Saturday afternoon. For our entire crew and Tracy Weiner, I'm Travis Eldridge saying so long from Delaware and the American Select Lacrosse Championships.